right, so we are here right now with Unger from KIRO7-TV. Now, what do you do at KIRO?
I'm a web content editor, so anything that you see on KIRO7-TV.com, either me or two other of my coworkers have put it up on the web.
Cool. What's the main? What are those main vehicles that you work on?
We do everything from stories to slideshows to video clips to try and branch out and do things like Twitter, and we have a VJ that does just specifically photos or videos of cool things in Seattle that aren't news related at all, that just solely live on the web, and he too is on Facebook and Twitter, and we just kind of cover all the bases, stuff that you see on TV, but stuff that's also just specific to the web. More interesting things that are maybe more in depth. You'd see more video online than you would on TV.
So what is your sense of the direction that TV is going in terms of the divide between on the air versus on the air?
Well, I mean, certainly think that people are watching less TV and going more to the web. I think when you watch a newscast on TV, you have to watch the whole thing. You can't specifically, pick out the one segment that you want to watch. Versus when you're on the web, you can pick out exactly the things that you want to click on and spend your time on.
Yep.
Although TV is a great tool to have, and I'd hate to see it go, and hopefully it doesn't come to that, but it maybe will just go to news channels that you just pick the segments that you want, but you're still watching it on TV. But I mean, the web is certainly, I think, the driving force now for TV stations.
And my perspective is that there's always going to be a local need for content and information. So whether a station like KIRO7 or your online division is still a network television station or not, that's still a place where people will get news and information about their local lives.
Oh, sure. I mean, you have to think too. Although CNN might mention a story that happens in Washington, they're not going to give you the details that you could get from local news source. So you know a story that happened in your neighborhood, and you want to know more about it. Well, CNN is just going to give you the basics, but you want to know exactly where it happened, and somebody like KIRO-TV could give that to you.
How is KIRO7 using? It is 7, right? KIRO. How is KIRO7 using Twitter now?
We use it. We're still trying to define it exactly how we use it as a TV station, because Twitter in a lot of ways is kind of more personal, and this is you're marketing a brand on Twitter. So do you keep the straight line of you just publish headlines, or do you kind of interact more with your followers? How far do you take it? So I mean, we use Twitter to, yes, feed headlines, because we want people to click on stories that are interesting. We try not to feed everything to them. We just try and feed the stories that we think are interesting that people would click on. But at the same time, if something like a breaking news story happens, we want to know, is anybody there? Is anybody have their iPhone out? Are you there at a fire that we're not at yet? And can you send us a picture? And things like Twitter, can give you that instant, hey, is anybody there? And you have all these followers who just might be there. And so, it's certainly a valuable tool for somebody like KIRO.